Tesco Clubcard's back, guys. When I say back, I mean it's worth using again. And if you're thinking Tesco Clubcard, it's always been there, what are you talking about? Well, it depends on the boss, because the last boss made it pointless, almost literally. Not physically, because you still get points, but they didn't make very good prizes. But now they've got a new manager, a new CEO, came in around about 2019, and suddenly the club card is worth it again. It's worth it in two ways. It's worth it, points make pretty decent prizes again, where you get a decent amount of vouchers. But a new way that I've never noticed before is you also get price deals. You get special price deals which vary all the time on stuff, and it can be pretty big. It can be like 40%, 50%. I just got something there. I can't even remember what it is, but yeah, with the club card, it was possibly the Jamie Oliver pizza. Maybe got it for £4. It's usually £5 with the club card. So a club card's worth it again, guys. Spread the message and all that. Yeah, the last boss made it useless. I'll say useless. It was still, you still get points, but you had to get so many. And I think that was Dave Lewis, who's, I think Sir Dave now, who's, well, knighted. He's made to be a great supermarket leader. It doesn't, judging on club card, it doesn't look like it to me. I think he's over at B&M stores now. And in fact, this new person they've got in is obviously way better as the person before Dave, when it comes to the club card anyway. So if you feel a shop's changed culture or whatever, it depends. They might have just recently had a CEO change, or else they've been bought out or bought over by new owners, which is what happened to ASDA recently. ASDA was bought over by two British guys that made it big in the garage business, the garage forecourt business. I think they probably ended up buying lots of garages out, you know, they just kept getting bigger, like Sports Direct. I don't know if that's sort of leveraging or whatever, but at the moment I'm not very hopeful about ASDA, but especially when you look at petrol prices, because petrol prices, ASDA under Walmart was always, I don't know if they were a lost leader in petrol, or if just they weren't making almost nothing off of it just to attract people to ASDA. But ASDA were always the ones to look at for petrol's price decreases. But that's not the case now with ASDA. And all the other supermarkets have followed with them. In fact, at the moment, I think it's actually cheaper to buy some Esso things, rather than the supermarkets. And I've never heard of that in the last 20 years, or ever since supermarkets came into the business. So ASDA's possibly got a new culture now with the way it does pricing and stuff. And at the moment I'm finding Tesco is probably the best for prices. Maybe even better than, I don't know about Aldi. They've got a price match with Aldi at the moment, Aldi and Lidl. But then Aldi and Lidl are doing their own stuff. They're not doing a lot of the stuff that Tesco and that do. Personally, I prefer the big supermarkets, but yeah, because that Heinz, the CEO of Tesco, did say that he hoped that none of the big manufacturers were going to try and you know, double their inflation prices to sort of use it as a chance to make even more money and make even a standard price, you know, so that when inflation gets back down, their prices don't come back down. And he was right, because Heinz did do that, and Tesco and Heinz fought it out for about a week, but they've come to a deal now. But looking at the Daily Mail done a price comparison of the Heinz stuff that was affected. Tesco's way cheaper than ASDA, Lidl, Aldi. So Tesco seems to be the cheapest place now at the moment, from what I've seen. Could be wrong, but that's just the sort of thing. I never thought that would happen with Tesco. I thought they would always be thereabouts, but the likes, it used to be ASDA were cheapest, then the other three were, it varied, but they weren't far behind. Tesco often wasn't far behind, maybe second. But now I think Tesco's the cheapest.